Listen, they saying Pooh Shiesty booked Gucci Man to get up out that paperwork. And they saying Gucci Man told. They saying Gucci Man ate the cheese. What you think? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. You know what I do here. If you don't know, this is your first time. Hey, join me here daily, every 3 p.m., Monday through Friday, new content, new interviews, whatever I feel like putting out. Just 3 p.m. every day. So I wanted to talk about this because I did something on X and it went very, 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 very viral last week. Probably about 800,000 to 900,000 views on a tweet that I put out there that just went crazy. And I said something along the lines of, Pooh Shiesty did what he was supposed to do in accordance to what y'all want. Y'all expect people to get justice by any means necessary when they're like that, and then you call them stupid when they show they like that. Because you know y'all want it both ways. Y'all want them to be tough, but then when they do tough stuff, you call them stupid. But then when they don't do tough stuff, you call them soft. So that's why I use Stove Guard, who's obviously in a contractual situation with Baby Grand that he can't get out of, whatever the situation is. And y'all like free him, free him, free him. And then I seen some people like, yo, if that was me, you know, if that was me, people, you know them people. How they would act like they would go out like Pooh Shiesty if they was in that situation. You know, easier said than done. But then when you have somebody who actually do it, you call them dumb. So you see, the one side is somebody who's showing they about that. The other side is somebody who might act like they about that or rap like they about the street life, but they don't do no street stuff. So this is where we at right now. Then you got Gucci Man, who's stuck in the middle, no Michael Jackson, who everybody believes is a schizophrenic gangster, who downed some people before, well, down one person that we know of, and then just had very manic episodes on social media. Also, rocked a couple of chicks in their jaw on camera. I'm not making nothing up. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of wild things. So we just think Gucci's off his rocker, right? I guess he's stable now, but he went on the Breakfast Club with his wife and she did a lot of the talking. And I guess Gucci just has a lot of mental health issues, whatever. But he encountered somebody who wasn't playing. Although I don't think that's the way to go out. His name is Pooh Shiesty. His name ain't Angel Food Cake. His name ain't Deacon Love Everybody. His name is Pooh Shiesty. That a whole mask was named after him. And that was the mask that people was using during the, the pandemic, but also that's what you juke something with. You put on a shiesty. So in accordance to his image, him keeping it real and him being shiesty, he did what he was supposed to do in accordance to what people act like they want shiesty people or street people to do, only for them to call you stupid in the end. But if you had went there and you get knocked out on camera or anything happen, then you ask and then your career is over. You see how you can get tricked out of your spot listening to people and succumbing to what the critics and the audience say. So here it is. You got one guy who storms the record label and say, yo, let me up out of this. Matter of fact, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me that. Gets arrested, get told on. Then you have one guy that's like, Hove, get me out of this. And I seen people clowning him on social media. Yo, why he just don't buy himself out of this contract? He hustled, he slung all that he slung. Why he just don't buy himself out of his contract? Ladies and gentlemen, you can only buy something that somebody is selling. That's not how contracts work. I know many of you think you know the music business. I know many of you just say why you just don't do this or why you just don't do that, because that's not how it works. Many people that you know right now are stuck in bad contracts. Fab, it's not about just buying yourself out. In order to buy something, the person that you want to buy it from has to be selling it. And if they don't want to sell it, then you're going to be stuck in a bad contract that you have to perform under, or you won't, or you going to go out like Pooh Shiesty. Either or. Either or. Now, the problem is this. For some reason, I'll say our, we don't like to honor contracts. We, the only people that want to use a contract as leverage over other people, because when you don't have a contract, people treat you like nobody wants you. But then when you get with these labels, the labels, then you feel like that made you supreme because a label wanted you. It's like I got on this black tee. The same black tee that he could have on that she could have on. But depending on the emblem and the label on it is whether you think this black tee is valuable. That's why I just wear plain black tees. You don't have to have nothing on it. But the label on the black tee in your mind is what gives it value. Not even always the quality, because some stuff that be having emblems and labels, the quality is ass. But you think because it got an emblem on it or it has a label on it, it now has value. Same thing with record labels. How smart was it to sign with Baby Grand now? How much money did they advance you and give you for you to put your name, your John Hancock, on a piece of paper and say, I'm signed here, only for you to say, Hove, get me out of this? Now, if you sign, I don't care if you sign for $10,000, they could ask what they want. They got the contract, they got the leverage. They can ask for whatever they want. Obviously, you don't have the money or the negotiating power to get out of the paperwork, right? So you're calling for other people to help you. Now, for the people that has to help you, if they buy you out of said contract, what happens if Baby Grand says, I want $250,000? Matter of fact, I want half a ticket. I want $500,000. Said person has to say, damn, is this nigga worth $500,000? Because what if they saying, okay, we'll give you we'll give you to get him out of the contract and give him to you, which you got to renegotiate a new contract because you ain't going to take that contract, right? So now you need a new contract. So now you got to sign said person to a new contract and give them new money for a new project. Because these people could say, you can have them, but you can't have the music. Or you can have them and you can take the music, but we need a little percentage. So that just makes the pot smaller. So for all you people who say, just buy yourself out of the contract, good lawyers, it don't work like that. So Pooh Shiesty, being who he is, and y'all wanted him free for whatever reason, right? Free him. What y'all, every time y'all yell free somebody and y'all want somebody out of prison, look at this shit. Look how they reward y'all. Y'all be rallying for people. People are who they are. That's why sometimes I'll be like, free them for what? Nigga ain't learned nothing yet. So, question number 2. Is Gucci Mane a rat? In accordance to how Gucci Mane wanted to live his life and chose to live his life, I would say yes, but I also don't care. I don't care. I don't care who told. I don't care who do any of those things. You know why? Because I expect everybody to tell. I don't think nobody is exempt from telling. I think anybody in any situation in this day and time to save their own ass will tell anybody anything, even if they don't have to. People are volunteering information every single day on social media. So what do you think is going to happen when they sit in front of these trained professionals and they're being grilled? They're going to tell. Maybe it was something caught on tape where he couldn't deny it. I don't know. But in accordance to the life that Gucci Mane grew up in, he didn't denounce it. He didn't say I'm not about that life. He was talking big shit after this incident allegedly happened. Then of course he is. But so what? I don't do illegal business. I don't partake with people who do illegal business. So who told and who tell and I don't care. It does not change the way I view people or anything because like I said, I think everybody would tell. Nobody exempt. I'd be surprised when somebody didn't tell. Like, oh shit, they ain't tell? Wow. Amazing. And if somebody tells, I expected it. Don't nothing surprise me. All the shit is dumb. Second of all, well, Pooh Shiesty did this in the Universal building. For all them guys that been robbing people for they publishing, their contracts, and why none of them? I don't want to incite nothing, but you get where I'm going with this, right? You picking up when I'm putting down? I did that wrong. Are you picking up when I'm putting down? That's the only thing that I see. Wow, like, you do that to one on your own, but you ain't do that to them. I was trying to get my ventriloquist, so now you see my lip moving, so I fail. Well, you get what I'm saying. All this is dumb, in-word stuff that is just something that we all talking about. But again, with a name like Pooh Shiesty, I expect nothing less of him. I expect nothing less. I would hate to see fathers go on juxes with their kids, go rob a notable person, allegedly, because he hasn't been convicted. But I would hate that. But please stop thinking you can sign a contract and don't want to honor it when you think it's not fair. Because that was the same contract that you was using as leverage to show other people, I'm on this label. They gave me X amount of money. Yeah, they probably did. But at what cost? And then you can't wake up one day and say, hey, man, this ain't fair. You signed it. So with that, I'm Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. If you need promotion from me, hit me up. Just DM me at Doggie Diamonds, $100 per post. You get on all these social media platforms. Let's add in Doggie Diamonds Facebook into the fold. I just got one of those. Make sure you follow me. All the links are in the description box. DM me at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram and make sure you follow me. Until next time, peace. And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
And you see that circle spinning with that logo in it? If you click that logo, you can subscribe to the page and make sure you watch these related videos. And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Did you hear what I said? I said,
Doggie Diamonds did this.